Maryam Rajavi says G7 must recognize Iran's regime as threat to global peace and security. Iranian opposition leader Maryam Rajavi has urged G7 leaders meeting in France to recognize Iran's regime as a threat to world peace and security. In a call to all G7 leaders, Maryam Rajavi tweeted on Sunday, "On behalf of the Iranian people's resistance, I would like to reiterate the UN Security Council must declare that the clerical regime in Iran is a threat to global peace and security. We call on all countries to join the international front against the religious fascism ruling Iran." She continued, "The dossier of human rights abuses and massacre of political prisoners in Iran must be referred to the UN Security Council and international tribunals. The international community, and specifically the European Union, must recognize that the resistance is the Iranian people's right and to establish the sovereignty of the people of Iran." US warns Iran's regime after threats against US citizens. The United States warned the Iranian regime on Saturday that it is taking Tehran's steps seriously and will hold it accountable if it compromises the safety of American citizens. The comments came in a tweet from US State Department spokeswoman Morgan Ortega after Iran's regime announced sanctions against Mark Dubowitz and the Foundation for Defense of Democracies for what it called US economic terrorism. Ortega said, "The regime in Iran issued a threat today against FDD, an American think tank, and its CEO. The US takes the regime's threats seriously. We intend to hold Iran responsible for directly or indirectly compromising the safety of any American." Iranian construction workers hold protest over overdue wages and poor working conditions. On Saturday, a group of construction workers from the heavy equipment production company, HEPCO, gathered in front of their company's headquarters in Iraq and protested over unpaid wages, their contract conditions, and insurance problems. The workers said, "Due to the decline of production in 2019 and the inefficiency of the management chosen by the privatization organization, we are worried about our job security." The workers said they had only received their wages for the first 2 months of the current Persian year, which started in March. Iranian student activists sentenced to 10 years in prison and 147 lashes. Mahsa Amiri, a student activist and journalist, was sentenced to 10 years and 6 months in prison and 147 lashes. Amiri's trial was held in Tehran on August 13th, presided by the notorious judge Mohammad Moghisa. Her sister Samira wrote on her social media that her sister was sentenced to 147 lashes and 10.5 years in prison, 6 years of which can be enforced. Amiri suffered from epileptic seizures at the time of her interrogation due to physical and psychological pressures, but Moghisa refused her bail or to allow her temporary release for medical treatment. Amiri was among a number of labor activists who were arrested at a protest in Tehran on International Labor Day.